terms of the product, Graza is produced in this place called Jaén in Spain, which actually produces 50% of the world's olive oil. And it comes from a single varietal Picual olive. So this is basically the strain of the olive oils, which has a higher smoke point, which means people can cook with it. It has a longer shelf life, which means that it can stay on the shelves for longer. And it has a punchier flavor than most brands. So how does Graza compare to the competition? They are single origin, cold pressed immediately after harvest. And the cool thing is that they print the harvest date on every single bottle they sell. So people can know exactly when this olive oil has been harvested. For the competition, 75% of the extra virgin olive oil sold in the United States, it's either fraudulent or blended. And a lot of these brands, they just hide behind Italian flags and fake heritage. So in terms of positioning in the market, Graza found the sweet spot. So they are not a cheap oil. So these are basically oils that are either fraudulent or blended. So basically they put a little bit of extra virgin olive oil so they can say that on the label, but then they blend it with other cheap oils. But they are also not boutique oils that cost like $40 or $50. So these are fancy bottles that people are afraid to use because they are so expensive. So they managed to find a sweet spot in the middle, which they call mass premium. So it's a very high-end quality premium oil, but it's not priced at $40 or $50 that makes you afraid to use it. And they have some really interesting taglines here. So the first one, they say good enough for a Michelin star chef, affordable enough to squeeze literally onto everything. They also say squeezed, not saved. And what they are trying to do here is to get people to use it more, so they buy it more often. So their position in the market is that they have a low barrier to entry because they are not that expensive. And then most people try and like it, which leads to a higher usage, especially the way their bottle is designed. And then you have more people coming back, which increases your cash flow and customer lifetime value. In terms of differentiation, so they went the complete opposite way. So for example, the competition, if you go to a grocery store, you see a wall of identical looking glass bottles with Italian flags and gold labels. And with Graza, they went the complete opposite way. So they have this green bottle that has cartoons that stands out like a sore thumb on the shelves. They also had a brilliant average order value strategy. So instead of just selling one type of product, they actually bundle these two products, one which they call the sizzle, which is for cooking, and the other one is called the drizzle, which is basically for finishing. This helps them get a higher average order value and improve their cash flow as well.